Hey all you sickly people out there, welcome to Hug the Chefs. I'm Jared Hug.
And I'm Dane Hug, non-sick people.
I don't know, you're sick Hug. Yeah. So, today I'm gonna be making something that kinda, you know, is a little bit hearty and really would help you when you're sick, as long as you're not. But, beer cheese soup. And while I'm doing that,
I'm gonna be cooking up some brats. I think it'll pair perfectly with each other.
Brats and beer cheese soup. Oh, cheers to that, brother.
Cheers to that. Slam.
Slam. Right. But wait a minute.
We forgot the most important
thing is cheese.
You looked at me like I was supposed to say something. Like, was I supposed to say something?
All right, everybody. So now we got all our ingredients out. We've got our carrots, we got our onions, bacon, cheese, and this is like a Monterey Jack blend that you can get at almost any store. Heavy cream, salt, paprika, pepper, and I've got the Corona.
Yes, you did.
Oh, coughing in your elbow. Beach day actually helps stop the spread of the disease. All right, so after all that, Dane, I need you to come and handle these wieners.
Oh, I'll handle those wieners, all right.
I bet you will. I bet you will. All right, let's get to making this.
I'll take care of these.
Okay, so what I did was I had a little bit of olive oil and I threw in my butter, let it melt, and now we're kind of searing down and rendering down the bacon so you get all that flavor out. All right, so, I mean, you can kind of see how it's starting to brown the bacon. It doesn't have to be super brown, but what it's really gonna do is bring this frond to the bottom of the pan, which is exactly what you want. Now we're gonna add our onions and carrots in. I'm actually not gonna add all the onions in because I may or may not have cut too much. But you know what? Shut up. I don't know how to portion things. Well, that's not true. I know a little bit. All right, so we're gonna sear these down and then we're gonna hit them with our beer and deglaze them. All right, so this is where I probably would have added the whiskey, but now we're just gonna add some beer. Skirt, skirt. We're gonna let this reduce down almost to its au sec, as they call it, which is like pretty much dry spoon. That's not what it means, but that's what we're gonna call it. So we're gonna let this reduce down, then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. All right, so most of the alcohol has been cooked out of the beer, and that's the most important thing because you don't really want that alcohol. It kind of makes it bitter. But now, next, we're gonna add our chicken stock. Now, I kind of cheated. This is a really good chicken stock, but you can get just any kind of chicken bouillon or anything at the store and it'll work identical to this. So we're gonna add 1 1/4 cups of chicken stock to this to kind of give it some liquid and some flavor. This is really gonna bring it together. We're not gonna let this cook down at all. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add this entire pint. Yeah, that's a pint, more or less, of heavy cream. And we're gonna let this come to, I don't wanna say a boil, but almost to where it's simmering slowly. And then we're gonna add our cheesin. Cheesin. All right, so here we are. We've reduced the cream down a little bit and the chicken stock's good. So now we're gonna add our cheese. Okay, so I reduced the temperature once I added the cheese in. And you know, like I said, if you guys want this full of chunk, then you know, you can keep it at this consistency and you don't have to blend it. I would say throw it in a blender, or I wouldn't use a RoboCoupe because it's gonna be a mess, but definitely blender or some sort of stick blender is gonna really do you the best. But like I said, if you want it chunky, you can keep it to this consistency and just whisk it until the cheese melts. All right, everybody, now I'm gonna blend this. Almost to a perfect consistency. Ooh, that is gonna be delicious.
All right, now that Jared's soup is almost finished, it's just sitting for a minute. We preheated the oven to 400 degrees for the brats. Now before this, we also seared it in the pan on both sides before we stuck it in. Probably about 10 minutes in the oven now. We'll pull them out. Oh, that looks delicious.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jared Hug.
And I'm Dane Hug.
And we're Hug the Chefs. This is my beer cheese soup, and those
are my wieners.
Ah, you wish.
Brats.
Brats, yeah, whatever. All right, so stay safe out there, everybody. Don't spread the corona.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Slam.